since Demon Souls doesn't want to work and is re-downloading as we speak. That's fun. That's nice. Cool. Not cool. But yeah, Demon Souls isn't working, so we had to do something, and, well, nothing on this here shelf looks good for you guys. And that's what it's about. It's about keeping the crowd entertained and having fun along the way. You know, the real name pending was the friends we made along the way. But yeah, so we're gonna do a little bit of Hollow Knight today. Not a full run through. One of my favorite games of last year. Even though technically I played most of my original go through around January of this year. Well, last year I guess. Wow. Ooh. Oh no. Happy 2021, folks. It's not 2020 anymore. Yeah. But I hope we're all doing okay, alive and well in the new millennium. Where we'll have some fun today and hollow some nights. We'll see what we learn through the way. I just want to take a peek at something really quick. Don't mind the little no video symbol. It's intentional this time. What are our extras? Menu style. So this was a Kickstarter game that had a ton of DLC. The developers really gave. They really gave back. In fact, the sequel, Silk Song, was supposed to be a DLC for this, but they just put too much work in it. So without further ado, let's have some bug fun with bug friends in the Bugland. Yay! You can see my recent go-through up top. I've cleared this once on the Switch. I make no claims of being the best. Not at all. But, you know. In wilds beyond, they speak your name with reverence and regret, for none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. Under palest watch you taught, we changed, base instincts were redeemed, a world you gave to bug and beast, as they had never dreamed. From Elegy for Hollow Dust, by Monomon, the teacher. Monomon? I spell a copyright infringement. Whatever that is, I'm sure it's fine. So, for those who don't know, Hollow Knight was, like I said, a Kickstarter game released by Team Cherry. Team Cherry is 3 people. Yeah, and they made what I would describe almost as a work of art. Everything is drawn. It's all kind of like the Cuphead, as they say. Yeah. And I don't care for insects, like, especially the spiders. But this game makes bugs cool. Whee! Okay. Whack. So yeah, this game was by 3 people. The soundtrack is by one Christopher Larkin. Is the other one Bug Fables, Ty? Is the other one Bug Fables? We'll go back and finish that one day. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. This is the tutorial. Hold circle to heal. But yeah, the soundtrack is by Christopher Larkin. It's wonderful. And the game, by the way, like I said, this is a massive value get. There is so much content in Hollow Knight to enjoy. And the game is like less than $20. So if you ever see it available, please, I always say this, please support the release. Support the devs. They've put so much work into this, and they're only making more. Silk Song is a sequel, starring a character who will probably meet in this short little mini look at the game. I fell for it. I'm a loser. So I keep pushing the right trigger futilely because, like, in my personal my PlayStation, I have a lot more upgrades now, and I keep hitting R2 to dash, and we don't have that yet. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Beyond this point, you enter a land of king and creator. Step across this threshold and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the Eternal Kingdom. Hollow Nest. Fuck your door. That's the interesting thing with Silk Song being a sequel, because the protagonist of that game, Hornet, can meet one of several fates based off this game's many endings. Obviously, if it's Silk Song, she is alive and well, so I have a hunch which ending is... I'm not going to say canon, but canon to Silk Song. Yeah. Welcome to Dirtmouth. This is Elderbug. He's sad. Let's sit on a bench. Benches are your bonfires in Hollow Knight. Fun stuff. Well, let's talk to Elderbug.
Yeah.
Ho there, traveler! I'm afraid there's only me left to offer welcome. Our town's fallen quiet, you see. The other residents, they've all disappeared, headed down that well, one by one, into the caverns below. Used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long fell to ruin, yet it still draws folks into its depths. I kind of sound like Markiplier. Wealth, glory, enlightenment, that darkness seems to promise all things. I'm sure you, too, seek your dreams down there. Well, watch out. It's a sickly air that fills the place. Creatures turn mad, and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all. So yeah, this game has at least 5. And there are variants on those 5. The easiest one to get is what I would call your fuck you Breath of the Wild path. You can kind of ignore most of the game's areas and just go after the 3 big objectives that seal your way to the final boss. Based on that, you can face that boss and get an ending, or you can listen to another character and do a thing and get another ending, or you could do even more work and get another ending, or you could do a specific DLC, face a 42 boss gauntlet of every boss available in the game to get another ending, etc., etc. I have gotten an ending which I'll say the title of, not that it really spoils anything, which is Dream No More. That is what I would call the good ending of the base game. Yeah. Dream No More, I would say, is the best ending you can get in the base game without doing any DLC stuff. And that, I would say, is the medium amount of effort for the game. It involves a really stupidly hard bonus objective. involves a lot of platforming. The Temple of the Black Egg. Hello, I know your name already. This is Quirrell. Hello there. How delightful to meet another traveler on these forgotten roads. You're a short one, but you have a strong look about you. I'm Quirrell. I have something of an obsession with uncharted places. This ancient kingdom holds many fascinating mysteries, and one of the most intriguing of them is standing right here before us. A great stone egg, lying in the corpse of an ancient kingdom. And this egg, is it warm? It certainly gives off a unique air. Can it be opened? There's strange marks all over it. I do so love a mystery, and who knows what other marvels lie even deeper before us. For so long I felt drawn here, so many tales and full of wonders and horrors. No longer could I resist, I just had to see it for myself. And what a time I choose to arrive! This dead world has sprung to life. The creatures are riled up and the earth rumbles. The air is thick. I wonder what could have brought it about. Yeah, I would say for $20, a full playthrough, first time, not knowing where to go, should take you about 20 hours, including refights and all that. There's a lot to do and see here. There are so many optional areas, and the game is just full of awesome art and lore and really cool enemies. PlayStation gave this game away for free in November, so if you grabbed it, you have it. And I really do recommend checking it out. Keep getting hit. Hi, Pilot. Welcome to a quick look at Hollow Knight, because Demon's Souls is not working. That is reinstalling or re-downloading as we speak. Yeah, if we lose any of the save data, I'll just have to go back through and acquire that and play Panya back up to where she was. The secret to Hollow Knight, how an enemy's attack works. Get greedy. It's very easy to go for Bloodlust and just go attack, 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 attack. You will get hit, you will die. This big guy deals 2 damage. Let me let this little grub out. You're welcome, friend. I would put Hollow Knight in my top 10 of all time, honestly. It's up there with the Bug Snacks. You know what, Ty? Technically, there are 3 bug games you enjoy, 'cause Bug Snacks. If they really count as bug. I mean, they're kinda bug and kinda snack. They say it in the song. Let's talk to our friend here. Oh, bury my mother, pale and slight, bury my father with eyes shut tight, bury my sisters 2 by 2, and then when you're done, let's bury me too. Lovely, lovely song there, Mila. Don't you know that one? It's one of my favorites. We can sing about it something else if you like. You start singing and I'll join in, but you have a beautiful singing voice. So what are you down here for? Did you come to get wealthy? Just look around you. These mines are still bursting with riches. There's still plenty for everyone. Just grab a pick and join in. Oh, bury the knight with her broken nail. Bury the priest something about a crown? I can't remember the rest of this one. Maybe I'll just hum it. Oh, Mila. So this is the entrance to another zone. We can't really do anything here yet. We need an oop rod. Yeah, Mila the mining bug, she's pretty cool. There's a surprisingly fun group of NPCs in this. Like, they really did a good job of making each of these NPCs feel... Well, we can't go through there yet, so it doesn't matter. each of these NPCs, they have a personality, even though they speak in text and make Banjo-Kazooie noises to speak. Gotta collect all that money. Money in the Hollow Nest is called Geo. It's these little crystals. Some people say they're supposed to be poo. I don't know about that. Mossbug, if anybody is interested in more of the lore behind Hollow Knight more than what I tell you in this, Mossbag is a YouTuber kind of like Vati Vidya in that they cover Hollow Knight and all the lore for it in a bit of a comedic tone. I really do recommend them. I was actually watching some of their videos this week while I was stuck at home under a COVID quarantine, and I think that's what got me excited to play this game again. That's... I'd save you, but I can't. I need the double jump. Or the air dash. So right now, all we really have, we have a jump, we have our nail, we can nail bounce, basically see screw chopping, or shovel hopping, from Shovel Knight. It takes some timing, but nail jumping is a skill you will need to master, or at least get good at, if you want to see one of the game's better endings. That is the one I got, the Dream No More ending. It requires a redonkulous platforming challenge. These flying enemies you see around here are called Gruz flies. Fun fact. And that humming tells us that Conifer is here. Conifer, I want to say he's... I don't think he's a mosquito, but he's a friend of ours. He makes maps, and we love maps. Hello there, traveler. Come down to explore these beautiful old ruins? Don't mind me. I have a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding your way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far? Yes, I would. Acquired a map. Hold L1 to look at the map. A map is a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are. If you head for directions, I suggest purchasing a compass from my wife, Izelda. She's just now opening our new map shop in Dirtmouth, selling all sorts of useful things to wanderers like yourself. She'll even sell you some of my old maps from time to time. I pop back up to see her whenever I finish mapping an area. She's always so excited to see me. So yeah, Conifer is hidden in, or not hidden, but tucked away in each area of the game. If you manage to kill that area's main boss without finding him first, you will have to go topside to Dirtmouth to buy the map from his wife, Iselda. We'll be up to see her in a bit, because as you can see right now, the map is just where Conifer's been. We have no way of tracking ourselves. Yeah. We're gonna want to fix that. But that requires money. Oh, I fell. We don't want to go in there quite yet. Hidden wall! So there are hidden breakable walls all over the place. Some are clearly marked, some will not be at all. And it's just on you to find them. We'll go in here first. And take a relaxing bath, even though we don't need to yet. So hot springs, there are a few around the game. Sitting in one will restore both your soul and your life. Sorry, looking back at all these guys with their mouths open, spitting out water. It's like you just told them like the most shocking thing ever. No way! Alright, you. Now the doors are opened. There are a lot of rooms in the game that will require you to do some platforming combat, I would call it. A shocking, delicious things. Just walk in, hey guys, bunker. You did hear the name of our Lord and Savior, Bunger T. Bungerton. There's a sign telling us something's up here. If only I knew what that meant. Oh wait, I do. But before we investigate this, we're gonna go down south. So most people miss what I'm about to do on their first time going around. Because you'd think like, oh, I found the path and there's the first boss is up there. But he's not actually the first boss. He's not. The first one is going to be over here, and it's really easy, and by saying that, that means I'm going to die. But that's okay. Because there's a little ruined town down here. And there's another friend we want to meet who's hanging out in this town, but first we're going to go in here. And this is Mother Gruz, the first real boss of the game. She gonna bounce around. Ow. Ow. There she goes. Oh, she does tantrum. Let me out! Let me out! Gross. Okay. Now we're free. So there's lovely laughter coming from over there. We can't get there yet. Yes, the circle of life. It's really gross. And we're gonna stop singing there before Disney comes for my throat. And this is the person who most people miss. This is Sly. Oh, Oro, you oaf, you wield your nail like a club. Esme, how much deeper do we have to go? Oh, wait, who are you? I see this old village. What a strange dream to have led me down here. If you hadn't found me, I don't think I would have ever woken. I'm Sly. Usually I live an uneventful life up in Dirtmouth. The air in these ruins doesn't agree with me, so I'd best be getting back. If you return above, come and see me. I'm probably the friendliest face left there, and I can thank you properly for your good deed. So that's Sly. You're exploring then. Very brave. Plenty of courageous wanderers have lost their hunger to these old caverns. You have your nail, though, and I can tell just by looking at you that you know how to wield it. And then he repeats the dialogue because I accidentally pressed up. So yeah, he's very missable. He's very, very, very missable. And that's unfortunate because, like, if you don't find him, you don't have a shop. And he does have an item that you don't need, but you need it. Like, you can go without it, but it makes your life more difficult if you don't have it. Now we can go over here. Nope, not here. Going up. A toll machine with the symbol of a stag. Insert Geo? Yes. That's valid, Ty. So this is the Stagway. This is your fast travel. There are stag stations all over Hollow Nest. You do have to pay Geo to open them up, but once you do, you have a way to get around more quickly. Let's listen to our buddy the stag. Greetings, little one. It's been an age since I last heard the ringing of a station bell. It echoed down the stagways and called me to you. I've grown stiff and tired over these many years, and I've forgotten much, but the sound of the bell always calls me back. These stagways stretch out the depths of Hollow Nest. If you want to travel them, hail me to the platform, and I'll take you where you need to go. So we have a way to get back up to Dirtmouth very quick now. Or Dirtmouth, however you want to say it. It's the first time I've noticed those black dots floating around in the foreground. The last stag. Yeah, Hollow Nest is a sad place, and maybe a bit later, once we get to a certain area, I'll start going into the lore of this game a bit more. Just from an outside standpoint, all we can really tell right now is Hollow Nest was a once great kingdom that fell. Civilization collapsed and something happened, and for some reason, all the bugs down here are a wee bit crazy and attack us on sight. And us, our little knight, or the ghost as some call him, take that, Sony, felt a need to come back here. So this is one of my favorite NPCs in the game. This is a Zelda. She is Conifer's wife. She is very tall and has to hunch over to be in here. Bapanada. She always says that. Come to buy a map, have you? It's really my husband you should be dealing with, but what a surprise, he's heading down below. He'll pop back up occasionally to deliver new maps and such, but I do wish he'd spend a little more time up here. I've not much interest in retail myself. Now let's see what's here for me to sell. So we want to get the quill. And we can't afford the compass anymore, so let's not worry about any of these other pins yet, because we want that compass first. But what that compass does, or what that quill does, is every time we sit on a bench, our map gets updated with any rooms we've been to. So... There we go. So now we can see every area of the crossroads that we've actually been in. And that is going to be necessary. Like I said, we don't have a compass yet. Let's hear what the Elderbug has to say now that we've started reopening the town. Oh, what a turn! Our shopkeep's come home. Just wandered back in. I hoped for grand tales of his time below, but he seems to remember almost nothing. Maybe it was too much for him. If you're interested in our wares, watch out. He drives a hard bargain, that one. No competition, that's the problem. Bad for the market, not that he's complaining. So let's head back down. So we can actually talk to the stag at each station, and he has something to say about each area. So, let's chat. It was a long time ago, but I remember when these highways and crossroads pulsed with life. There are the paths I first carved passengers through when I was young. Those travelers are long gone, yet I still remain. Now it seems it's just you and I, and all the furtive creatures still scratching and squirming around us. I hear you, Grub. And I know you're there. So, like, right here, breakable wall. So, something to note, you might notice, when you hit something in this game, you actually get pushed backwards a little bit. That is something to watch out for. Because you can hit yourself back into spikes. And we'll open that up. What's over here? So, something to note, that you might have noticed on your own already. Every enemy who's fought against us has had some sort of weird orangeness around them. That's important to the plot. And like I said, we'll get into that when it comes up. Uh-oh. I've taken some hits. Ow. Let's heal up, shall we? This leads us back down to the room by where Mother Gruz was. We found some kind of trolley. A door with an open slot. But we can't do anything here yet. We can jump down. But there's nothing here for us to discover, except a little bit of geo. Something I love about the artistically drawn backgrounds of this area is it really gives you like a sense of scale. Oh, messed it up. One, two, three, four. So yeah, like I said, nail jumping is a skill that the game wants you to learn. And something does come of letting all those little grubs out of the jars. We'll get into that, don't worry. I know I'm saying that to, like, everything right now. But some things I think are best explained when we see them in the game. We really want to get to full health and get some more soul before we come in here. Speaking of Soul, I did see Pixar's Soul the other day. Very good film. Really recommend checking it out if you have Disney Plus. Yeah. Okay. Got a big guy right here. He's just like his friend upstairs. Just don't get greedy. This looks like something we can't do yet. A nice big open room with a gate we can't go past. I wonder what happens here. Wonder what happens in this room. And this is our first actual boss, the False Knight. Or I would say named boss, I suppose, because Mother Gruz really doesn't have a title card. Get back in there. And he's gonna throw a temper tantrum. He is kind of a Dark Souls boss. Ow. Well, there goes my no-hit run. And there are some really talented individuals who do attempt no-hit runs of the entire game. I'm not them. Ow. Focus, Phalanx. Get wrecked. The city crest. So that's the false knight. Was that little guy inside? He's called the false knight because he's not actually the owner of this suit of armor. He found it. Oh, by the way, the head of his stick was also a bug. This, I believe, belongs to a character called Hedgemole, who we will never actually see in-game, but is talked about. So basically, the Kingdom of Hallownest had these 5 really great knights. Hedgemole is one of them. He disappeared or died or something happened, and this little worker grub guy found the armor, took it for himself, and that's why he's the false knight. Yeah, the post-boss fight, kinda does sound like to Xanarkand. So that would be the Forgotten Crossroads, but we have one more thing to do before we move on to the next zone. Let's to go into this funky place. To meet the snail shaman. Oh, what is crawling out of the darkness? My, you're looking grim, a strange face with a wicked-looking weapon. Something important has drawn you to Hallownest's corpse, but I won't ask that. Perhaps the reason you found me is because you need my help. Say no more, friend. I'm going to give you a gift, a nasty little spell of my own creation. It's just perfect for a little one like you. Ho ho ho. Sweet. We're dead. Game over. We have consumed the Vengeful Spirit. So basically, we have an option now. We can use our soul to heal ourselves, or we can shoot it forward as a Shoto, or projectile. And we're in a cave! Oh, you've woken at last. I have Owen Wilson's voice now. Wow. Perhaps I should have warned you about the power of that spell. I was watching over you as you slept, but you seem to have slipped away from myself. Now we must awake. I was wondering what you would do me a small favor. Not as repayment for my gift, simply because we're now friends. You see, a horrid great beast has made its home in the heart of this temple. Such disrespect. I'd be grateful of you if you were to venture deeper and slay it for me. It's a hardy creature, but with your new power, you're more than a match for it. Good luck with this, my small friend. I'm gonna sit here and eat some snail food, or snood, as we call it in the business. Bah! So that's Vengeful Spirit. Yeah, it uses a bit of our soul gauge. Pew! To shoot a projectile forward. With a full soul gauge, you should have about 3 shots of Vengeful Spirit, or 3 heals of your life. There are ways to get bigger numbers or circumvent this, but otherwise it's on you to choose whether to heal or to shoot your spell. So every time we find one of these, this is a soul totem. Striking it will give you soul to your soul meter. But not if you're full. And once they're used up, they will not be ready to use again until you've left the area or the stage you're in. Is there anything back there? No. GG, no re. Soul Catcher Charm. To equip, go to a bench.
Right on in, man.
Oh, you got that. You've slain the beast. Wow. The poor thing, it must have been terrified of you. It used to become quite docile, but the rancid air filled it with some ancient rage. Still, you did what had to be done. You have my gratitude, of course. We both know you wouldn't have made it without that spell of mine. Oh look, the gate between us has opened. I'm sure you're eager to move on. Farewell and have faith. Whatever it is you're seeking, it sure will find you. Okay. So now we get more soul when we hit enemies with our nail. Sorry I missed you. If you're feeling lost, why not pop up to our store in Dirtmouth and purchase a map of this area. Available now for an excellent price. From Cornifer. So yep, Cornifer has moved on because we killed the boss here. Or he finished mapping the area. Whatever came first. Oh, money all over the place. So by now we've collected a pretty good chunk of change, I'd say, from killing enemies and finding treasures. And we're going to spend almost all of that at the map shop when we get back upstairs. So this is Grub Home. That's where all the grubs live, and that is Grub Father. And he's very happy to have his children back. He's gonna throw money at us. So we have 3 back. There are plenty of grubs to find. For some reason, they've all been placed in jars. There is a hidden boss in the game which explains why the grubs are placed in jars, but it doesn't really explain it. Let's go back topside.
Papa nada.
Alright, let's get our compass. Let's get a bench pin. Let's get the cocoon pin. Let's get the vendor pin. The stagway pin. And the hot spring pin. So now our map shows vendors and everything else. And if I equip the charm, now we can see ourselves on the map. Look at him go! So since we're never going to get there in one stream, I'll say there's a boss called the Collector. He's like this weird shadow man. And he is the one who has been jarring up the grubs. In fact, if you lose to him, he jars up your remnant. And you have to open it out of the jar to get it back. And his lore is never really explained further. He does have like this painting that looks like the Vitruvian Man, but it's a grub. Travelers of Hollownest, descend through the verdant wilds and fungal groves to the city at this kingdom's heart. There all wishes shall be granted, all truths revealed. So if we came here before, this guy would have been here, and we wouldn't have had a way to deal with him. But now we can. And we can move on to the next area. That is acid. Acid bad. And this is our next area, Green Path. It's a lovely looking verdant paradise almost. My first time through the game, this was my least favorite zone, because there was one enemy type here that was a fucking nightmare to battle. That being said, I know how to deal with them now. Still. It is best to err on the side of caution. Because until we sit on a new bench, it's going to be a long walk to get back here. And I love the music here. It really gets across the feel of this verdant paradise that we're in right now. We never went up, and I believe up is a bench. So we want that. There we go. No map! Yeah, we have no map up here yet. We're just in a void. But as soon as we can find Conifer, we will have some way of keeping track of where we are. Hello? Nope, we can't reach her yet. So that's Hornet. That is the protagonist of Hollow Knight Silksong. And for all intents and purposes, she is our Virgil. She is us, but cooler, and a pseudo-rival character. And technically, and I won't say how, she and our player character are half-siblings. So there's your other Virgil connection. I really like Hornet. I think she's a really cool character. In battle, she's certainly really fun to go against. And one of her little phrases kind of sounds like she's telling you to get good. So that's funny. Friend of the channel, Amy, is a big fan of Hollow Knight and of Hornet. Yeah. Oh, look, little papers on the ground. And I fell in spikes. So if you hear papers and you hear humming, that can only mean one thing. Conifer. Isn't this a contrast from the crossroads? Such a humid, lively place. The roads twist and turn in the most wonderful ways. I've done my best to chart the area ahead, though I must admit some of the area's inhabitants proved quite a nuisance. Purchase a map? Yes. Yay! So we can hear grub. We can hear grub close by. Unfortunately, we can't get to the grub. So there is some Silksong news, technically. I believe this month's issue, it's either of EGM or of Game Informer, has Silksong as the cover. And there are already scans of that article. I haven't read it yet, but I'm sure it's gonna be great. So they've already sort of promised that, like, you're gonna have control of anything you can see Hornet do in this game, you'll be able to do in Silksong. Probably, and then some. Which is really cool. And once we see Hornet's moveset, I think you'll understand that. No, that was not a fanzine. Let's go in here. What could be in here with all these creepy teeth? Tiny Squip, you approach fearless. Are you a hunter like me? Do you feel the urge inside to stalk, to kill, to understand? Then take it! My journal, it will aid you. And the first text may seem difficult to discern, but a learned hunter will come to understand its words. Venture the depths of this land and slay its beasts. Prove yourself worthy to bear the mark of hunter. Taken the Hunter's Journal. So this is our bestiary. We can see details on anything we fought and killed in the game. We fought a lot. Anything we have killed a certain number of times will have notes on the creature as written by the hunter. So we've had the Crawlid, dull and pathetic, hardly worth killing. The Vengefly, the Gruzzer, the Gruzmother, the Tick-Tick, the Aspid Hunter, the Aspid Mother, Aspid Hatchlings, Wandering Husks, Husk Hornhead, Leaping Husk, Husk Bully, Husk Warrior. Notice all these orange eyes. They're all animated by a strange force. Husk Guards, the False Knight. These creatures love to steal the strength of others. Their lives are brief and fearful. They yearn to have a power to dominate those who have dominated them. And the Balder rolls into a ball and propels itself at intruders. The Elder Balder, the Moss Creep, Mosskin, Volatile Mosskin, the Fool Eater, the Squit, and the Shade. So we haven't seen this yet, but the Shade basically is your souls. Thank you, Hunter. The Shade is basically what happens when we die. The Shade is left in our place, and we have to come find it. It'll be right where we died and kill it. If we kill it, we get all our Geo back. If we don't, we lose all of our Geo. Hi, Hornet. It's almost like she's guiding us somewhere. And then I fell. What is down here? It's been a while. A bench? I'll take that. So there are context clues in the environment always. If you look at this sign right here, you can sort of see a bench drawn on it. Kill this and then we'll look at that lore. Ah! There we go. Those who stray from the White King's roads shall face the law of Un. That's not ominous. Lovely. Acid. Get back there, you. Nope. Can't make that jump. Hornet, you can wait. We're getting Geo. It's what all true warriors strive for. Ow. That's right. But we're gonna ignore that. We're just gonna go all the way back down. We're gonna follow Hornet. Wait. There's a thing over there, but we can't get to it. Dang it. Hello, Hornet. $50 Geo for access to this bench. Capitalism. Not even bugs are safe from capitalism. We're getting close. It's over this way. An area we can't access yet. Now, if you were Lewis a year ago, this next room is a fucking nightmare. These are Moss Knights. Yup, Ty knows. Ty knows. But once you know their patterns, and once you know how to bait him into attacking, he's a clown. And then we're up here. In this spot that kinda looks like the Forgotten Crossroads. This is an easy spot to get some soul. Now, we will come across a little guy up here being eaten. He is an NPC. His name is Zote. If you do not help him now, he's just fucking dead. And there's nothing you can do about it. So we're gonna save Zote. This thing is technically also a boss. I say so because in the game's arena, it's a refight. Alright, you little bitch. Get up. Get up. What do you think you're doing? You dare come between me and my prey? Is it a habit of yours to scurry about, getting in the way and causing a bother? Know this, cur. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Actually, there's only one voice appropriate for this fuckhead. Know this, cur. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Cross me again and you'll find out why they call my weapon life and, What are you still bothering me for? I'm a knight, not interested in your childish games. I need my rest. Begone, lest I draw my nail is very big. It's the biggest. I'm a great knight. Fuck you, Zote. I still saved your ass. So yeah, if you don't save him, he just dies. Game over for Zote. Back here. The green children walked from dream unto these lands. Here we shall now wait, patient for the call to return. He is more used to us alive, unfortunately. Yeah, he's just more used to us alive than he is dead, unfortunately. And yes, we will come to regret letting him live. And that's the way to a boss, but we're going to ignore that for now. And follow this sign to get a bench. And open up another stagway. Hey, buddy. This place has changed since I last saw it. The greenery goes wild. The station's likely to be consumed by it. But now that we let the Zode out, we can go down here. Nice silent walk. Alright. Come no closer, ghost. This is why people call him Ghost. I've seen you, creeping through the undergrowth, stalking me. This old kingdom, a terrible thing awakens. I can smell it in the air. I know what you are. I know what you'd try to do. I can't allow it. Yep. So this is the first boss that I would call a playthrough killer. She is very cool, and in the next game we get to be her. Nope. Nope. No. Jump. And she's laughing. She's having fun. And there is our first death. Thankfully, it's an easy walk. So yeah, that's Hornet. She is in the kingdom, for reasons of her own. She has come back. And she seems to know something about us. She knows more about us than we do. There's our shade. Yeah, she did get me there. So Hornet is fucking awesome. And she uses a sewing needle for combat. It's basically an opening to either attack or heal. I chose to use it to heal. Hornet is definitely a fight where if you die, you can see where you messed up. It's very fair. Her attacks are, for the most part, telegraphed. There we go. And she's out. But, off this little guy, we get the Mothwing Cloak. And our first movement upgrade. Now we have an air dash, or a dash. Whoa! Would it seek to break the seals? They cannot be undone. They must be undone. Let us sleep, little shadow. Return to your darkness. Allow us our peace. They tried to put us to sleep. It didn't work. So, those three are the Dreamers. The basic premise of the game is you need to find each of the Dreamers, defeat them, break all three of their seals. They are keeping the Hollow Knight sealed up inside the Black Egg. And we need to defeat the Hollow Knight. So that's your base objective. You can just go find the Dreamers, deal with them, go fight the Hollow Knight, and that is the basic path to a very basic ending. Or you could use your brain, dummy dum dum, and learn more about the world and what you're actually going to be doing, and maybe try and find different ways of accomplishing your goal. Yes, I did just say dummy dum dum. So yeah, that was Hornet. And that is Green Path. Green Path is now complete. There's stuff to find in Green Path still. Sure, but we're gonna head to our next area. Let me look at the map. Yeah, we want to head south, as they say. But I'm going to step away to the restroom real quick. So don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. And we're back. Y'all miss me? So yeah, that's Green Path. Like, we're for a short foray, we're making great progress. Once again, I know exactly where we need to be going, so that certainly is, I would say, having an effect. If this is your first time through, and especially considering I just fought Hornet a few days ago, the game doesn't expect you to do that well. Not saying that I'm doing great, like, I'm not gonna sit here and toot my own horn, basically. Because Hollow Knight can be quite challenging. Especially the true final boss, is a bitch and a half. Ow. Yes, let's go down. You like thorns? From moss and leaf our life is drawn, while it grows upon the path we shall never wilt. So I went the wrong way. This is the way to an area you go to much later in the game. Oopsie. That's okay. I won't tell nobody that we went the wrong way. Rip. MLG Pro strats for me here, folks. Just die. Your enemy can't kill you if you already killed yourself. Yes, we are close to where we want to be. Oh! Ow. Joke's on you! I wanted to go down here. How about that? So those little spitty puffballs, we want to dodge what they're shooting, because those are explosions. We are not coming here yet. I'm glad I found that spot, though. Welcome to Fog Canyon. It's one of two spots we could, end up in. And we can't cross this one. Oh. Yes. Yes, the back down. This is not the spot we want to end up in yet, actually. Ow. Funny enough, you can go to Fog Canyon now. I wouldn't recommend it. We're actually gonna go down here. So there's something that way, but we're going this way. Yep, so you can go to Fog Canyon. I wouldn't recommend it. Hey, Quirrel! Isn't this something? I didn't expect to discover so huge a stag station after that foggy descent. The bugs of Hollownest must have been an impressive lot, building such grand structures so far in these wilds. Seems the dangerous creatures haven't made their way here. It's a perfect place for a quick rest. So let's get staggy. You've opened several stag stations now, haven't you? I'm thankful for the opportunity to travel more through the kingdom. As I visit more places, I feel my memories returning to me, like the stagways of my mind are running once more. Continue to open the stations, and you'll have my deepest gratitude. Ah, this gladdens me. The Queen's Station has opened once more. This place was a bustling hub of travel, well placed for travelers visiting the outer edges of the land. You're quite the explorer to find this place. So Queen Station is I would say, one of the great places you want to get right after getting Hornet. Because this is right in the middle between two zones. Soon I'll get you. To the left, we have Fog Canyon. To the right, we have... I forget its name. It's the fungal something. It's Mushroom Land, and that's where we want to go. You hear that, Ty? You need to go to Mushroom Land. The fungal wastes, that's it. And we can see that Conifer is close by. Which is good for us, because we can get a map right away. Ah, my short friend, you caught me at the perfect time. I'm just about finished charting these noxious caverns. Very territorial types make their homes within this area. I'd suggest avoiding them when possible. Further below, some strange thin creatures gave me quite a scare. They seem an intelligent bunch. In my youth, I'd have braved their caves, but I fear my matured physique wouldn't be able to outrun them, were they to turn violent. Fungal wastes. So this place, it's got bouncy mushrooms. Once again, this is the game saying, have you learned to nail jump yet? Yeah. Also, Ty, don't feel bad. I got super lost in my file, too, when I first finished Hornet and had the option of going here or anywhere else. Ow. Not to mention this place is a big maze, and it's a shockingly more challenging zone than anywhere else the game has sent us so far. We can't reach you. That's okay. Ow. So we see lots of bugs down here have been spored up. So you might think like, hey, are these mushrooms what's ruined the kingdom? Is this one of those they're Last of Us type deals? And I'd say no, it's not. But you're not, like, don't feel bad that that's not what's happening. Yeah. Like, when I first got here, I was like, oh, this is a Last of Us type thing, you know. They dug too deep in their kingdom, and the mushrooms took everybody over. Story solved. But then why would we need to kill the Hollow Knight? Also, what does it mean to be a Hollow Knight? Am I the Hollow Knight? Oh! See these mushrooms? They're Owen Wilson. Listen to them. Wow! Oh, I love the Owen Wilson mushrooms. Wow! Wow! Roll credits directed. Game of the Year! Game of the Year! There are mushrooms in it! Call Jeff Keighley! Game of the Year! No. Now we're gonna run into a problem is that I am now lost. That's fun. But that's fine. That's also fine. You will notice now that I have the ability to dash that I never stop doing it. That's okay. Flip that switch. Door open. Oh, that's right. I don't want to go up there if I can avoid it. I don't want to do it. That's like a mini boss encounter that you kill the hell out of me. Let's die. Let's just die. So there's multiple ways to come in here. We came in on the right entrance, which isn't the way people usually come in. Yes, we want to go over here. That way is walled off. Can we go down? We cannot, because I can't do that yet. Okay, so I guess we are in Mini-Boss Town. That's fun. That's fun. I'm totally good at this next part. That's fine. If this gives us too much trouble, we'll just go the other path. Dodge the very lethal explosions. Heal up. Let's try a mushroom boss. Okay, one down. And that is not the way the game wants you to play this part. We got a charm notch. Crossover. And a sign is telling us there's some kind of civilization over here.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Some sort of city for us to escape to. So we can now see, as we get further in to the right side of the fungal wastes, that something appears to be built amidst the mushrooms off to our right. Perhaps some sort of city or civilization. We remember the Elder. That is a gravestone. This is of no importance to us yet. Hello! Aha! The tiny steps of a tiny creature. You've got the look of an adventurer, so we've much in common. Searching for dangerous places, well, you're on the right track. A long-necked critter warned me of a tribe deeper down. Warrior sorts, so she says. I'm itching for serious combat. That long-necked critter, that is no other than Hornet, who we're basically chasing right now. Open up that shortcut. Bye, Hornet. Here ends the pilgrim's way. Hallinest's heart lay before you. Proceed onward to share in its glory. Not us. Can't deal with that. So as we've gone further down, we've noticed these tribal sticks with dead bug masks are popping up. And we have entered the realm of the Mantis tribe. Mantises should not be taken lightly. They take a lot of hits to KO and are fast and fierce. We are on their land and they want nothing to do with us. We are trespassers here. And this is their kingdom. So ideally, and there is a bench down here, which we're gonna want to get, just in case. Ow. We're gonna want to grab the bench down there, just in case. Because this next segment, if you don't know where you're going or what to look for, can be frustrating and hella confusing. Ow. Alrighty. So, now we are really entering into their territory. Which, like, I don't blame them for defending it. They clearly put signs everywhere saying, yo, keep the hell out. Don't mess with our stees. But we do need something from them here in their village. Not to mention fighting these guys is a really good source of geo. And there is a boss fight in this area, the Mantis Council, so to speak. But you're not meant to do it yet, and even if you do it and die, Quirrell will appear by the spot where you land after you die and say, man, there's some powerful dudes down there. I'd wait if I were you. You might need a stronger weapon. So this is the next thing we want to get in the game. And this is the moment where the traversal in Hollow Knight really gets next level. So now we have a wall jump. This combined with the dash makes traversing a Hollow Nest just so much snappier and fun to do. Let's try it. It's gonna be hard. Just kidding. So we just opened up the big door at the bottom of the area, which will lead us to the Mantis Lords. But we're not here to fuck with that. We got our claw, and the game wants us to leave once we get our claw. So Ty, congratulations, there's your walkthrough, unintentionally. That's what you got. You gotta get the claw. Which makes the combat and the traversal, like I said, just that much more... Ow. Interesting. Ooh, we almost died. One more thing to do now that we have the Mantis Claw. It's only 2 o'clock. We can see a little friend over there with an orange haze about her. Now, most of the time, you will come down here and not have the claw yet. So you'll just get the Dash Master Charm. And be like, well... Be like, well, I can't get up there. Guess she's dead. And what you're seeing right now is like a sneak peek at the what type of traversal the game is going to expect from you once you reach what I would call the end game. Oh, please don't leave me behind. You forgot about me? I knew it. Everyone forgets about me. Oh, who are you? Your face, you're so... I'm sorry, I get lost. I don't know how I ended up here. You came to rescue me? Greta? The girl that everyone just ignores? Sorry, when I look at your face, I just can't believe you came all the way down here to rescue me. I didn't think that anybody... Sorry, I mean thank you. I better go. Back to town, I better get home. Soup. So that's Greta. That is the last person you can sort of rescue to send back up to Dartmouth. Oops. So if you couldn't pick up on it, Greta really has a crush on the knight. Because we saved her. And she didn't think anybody cared. Just kinda sad. I've been there. You think that the world just wouldn't mind if you stopped existing. But that's not true. People love you. And you mean something. Take it from me. We've all been there. We've all been a Greta in our own haze of a mushroom tunnel. See? Pilot gets it. just also don't be a Greta in the fact that, hey, listen, if someone's nice to you, chances are they're not trying to jump your skin. They want to be your friend. So don't assume that people just want to bang. Don't do that. That's not okay. I like how no matter who's streaming on name pending, one of us always ends up in, like, some sort of public service announcement. Hear that, YouTube? This is why you need to monetize us. Because, you know, not only do we entertain, we teach. Hollow Knights for the children. Wu-Tangs for the children. So yeah, because we have the Mantis Claw now, so much more of the world is open to us. There's some kind of strange tree. Bet that won't have any kind of significance later. But yeah, once you have the Mantis Claw, like I said, it's very snappy. It just feels good to run around and dash and traverse. Be getting sloppy just because I got the Mantis Claw. Alright. So we got our claw. Which means we might just be able to follow in the path of our friend Hornet. Oops. Oh no. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's climb our way all the way back up there, shall we? And not die to the very pissed off mantises or the exploding mushrooms. Exactly. People who have played Celeste, you're gonna do great in this, at this point in the game. Alright, let's do some... combat. It's good for your soul. And by that I mean your soul gauge. No, I feel good about this. There's our soul. Okay. Damn it. Okay. Damn it. Nope. Too far. Nope. Now, there was actually a halfway point there that we could have stopped at. But, you know, since I'm so based, why bother? So we have a statue here of our friend Hedgemole. A large knight statue. Should we insert the city crest that we got from the first boss of the game? I think so. And the door is sealed shut behind us. No thank you. Can't go that way. I hear some kind of horse gruff soldier man. These city guards are no joke. They will unalive you if you give them a chance to. So all of this was basically the outskirts of Hallownest. We are now entering into the city proper. The aptly named City of Tears. And the City of Tears has this very lovely piano theme that is playing for us now. The great gates have been sealed. None shall enter, none shall leave. And the top of that elevator is spikes, so we're going to call it back up rather than take dum-dum damage. Hey, Quirrell. The capital lies before us, my friend. What a somber place it seems, and one that holds answers to many a mystery. I too have felt the pull of this place, though now I sit before it to find myself hesitant to descend. Is it fear, I wonder, or something else that holds me back? The city looks to be built of an enormous cavern, and the rain pours down from the cracks and stones above. Hey, Franchi. Yeah, Quirrell is awesome. In fact, he has his own prequel comic, which I believe is free to read online. There must be a lot of water up there somewhere, I suppose. If the cave roof stayed this long, it should hold for us. Before I leave this kingdom, I'd like to see where all that water comes from. What a sight it may be. We are carrying around a hefty chunk of geo. So let's play smart. Now, we could head to the right, but we're gonna head to the left first. Because I've played this game before, and I know of things that we should maybe want to get. We can hear vaguely in the distance the sound of a hammer. And a sad-looking hut. Have you brought me another nail to be honed? Leave it on the ground and return later, if you're still breathing. Oh, I thought you were someone else. After a nailsmith, are you? Well, you found one. I'm not much for talk, but if it's a nail that needs repair, you've come to the right bug. Your own nail is in quite a sorry state. It's obviously not one of mine. Still, anything can be refined with enough effort and skill, even that broken blade. If you'd like, I can reforge your nail. It'll make the blade far more deadly. A small price to pay for more damage. As you wish, I'll get to work then. There we go. The reforging is complete. I've owned your nail's edge. You'll find it much stronger than it used to be. Head out there and test its strength against your foes. So while the sprite of our nail doesn't change in damage, we can now see the cracks have been healed. A traditional weapon of Hollow Nest restored to lethal form. So stuff that used to take 2 hits, now 1. And we can see that over time and neglect, the mushrooms of the fungal wastes have started to encroach in on the capital of Hollow Nest. Goodbye. They can't swim. Something up. Something with a simple keyhole. We're gonna head this way. Again we meet, little ghost. I'm normally quite perceptive, you understand. Though I've since guessed the truth. You've seen beyond this kingdom's bounds. Your resilience is born of 2 voids. It's no surprise, then, that you've managed to reach the heart of this world. In doing so, you shall know the sacrifice that keeps it standing. If knowing the truth, you'd still attempt a role at Hollow Nest's perpetuation, seek the grave in ash, and the market would grant to one like you. So that's your hint. That is your hint if you want to get beyond the base ending. She has challenged us to seek the Graven Ash and get whatever it would give us. Memorial to the Hollow Knight. In the black vault far above, though its sacrifice, hollow nest lasts eternal. The Black Egg Temple has been added to the map. We can see it there now. That is our end goal. Is to defeat the 3 Dreamers. And yeah, defeat the Hollow Knight. Okay, yeah, this area is pretty unmistakable, so if you got here, you would know it. Can't open that way yet. How do they want us to open this way, though? We'll have to figure that out. So we can't leave the way we came. That much we know for certain. That big door shut behind us. Yep, there was a Silk Song, there was like a press release for either EGM or Game Informer. A Hollow Nest seal. That is for certain. Each area is a work of art, both literally and metaphorically. I would say there are areas in this game that I don't care for, though that has nothing to do with what they offer visually. It's more for their... And it's not that they are badly mapped out either, it's that they are just difficult. There is an area that, because of one specific enemy type... Oh, Relic Seeker Lem. By those little doodads we've been collecting for Geo. Come searching for rare items, have you? Well, hands off. This collection's mine, and I won't be selling to grubby little wanderers. Still, I imagine you come across many interesting items in your travels. Maybe you'd care to part with some. I'll offer a fair, unique trade for each.
Tell me, Artred.
So we can ditch that journal. Wanderer's journal, eh? Though they're common finds about the kingdom, I enjoy deciphering their text. Read together, they paint a morbid tale. It seems fate was unkind to most who travel within Hollow Nest's ruin.
Tell me, Artred.
And then a kingdom seal.
War's son?
A Hollow Nest seal, eh? Very interesting, this. Did you know of the kingdom's 5 great knights? They're revered figures of Hollow Nest, often mentioned in the annals of the kingdom, but only as a group. Both their names and appearance seem to have been expunged from history. So long has passed since their time and achievement to discover their identities. Well, it looks like you don't have any relics on you. If you manage to find any, bring them to me and I'll give you a fair amount of Geo. Let's work our way up. Alright, we have to open that path still. A rancid egg. Gross. No. Come on. Hey now. It seems that is our limit of what we can traverse at this point. Though we do want to keep heading up. We did have that other way to go. No, come on. No. Stop sending us up. There we go. And it's around this point in the game that you should, as one Cardi B says, think about making some money moves. There is a very expensive item in Mr. Sly's shop that you will want to get. It costs, I believe, 1800 Geo. Which is what we're currently working towards. You're welcome, little grub. That's a whole nother place entirely. And we can also see... You can also see paper on the ground, which only means one thing. He is around here. Isn't this a change from those twisting natural caverns? The rain does cast something of a sadness upon it all, but the architecture is simply splendid. Charting such a different place is quite the challenge, though one I've eagerly undertaken. perhaps you'd care to purchase a copy of my map. You know it. And then for 150 Geo. Let's get a bench. And that did set us back a little bit on our goal, but we also have some... Hi, Zote. Watch where you're going, you soggy vagabond. Or, sorry. Hey, watch where you're going, you soggy vagabond. I don't want you splashing me. I've had a miserable time trying to keep dry. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. If I decide that I'm going to stay dry, then that's what's going to happen. Curse this wretched city. Water and monsters constantly fall from above. Very bad monsters. It's no wonder this blasted kingdom fell to ruin. Ass. We'll open up that gate. This is a decent enough spot to farm for Geo if you need it. We don't. Ow. His reputation is huge. On my other playthrough, I forgot he can even die. And I was like, I'll come back and get him later. And then, lo and behold, when I went back to get him there, I found his stupid little corpse. Hello. That gives us a simple key, which I know what we're going to use it for. And there are quite a few places in the game that can take simple keys. But this early in, there is one that I would think is especially worth pursuing. Another Wanderer's Journal. $200 Geo for this Stagway. But these really are... I remember the station well. A common trip it was. Goods from all over the kingdom were brought here. Not a lot was sent back the other way, though. And that's the thing, is like... You want to save up for the item that I keep playing the pronoun game with. but you also want to open the stagways and everything else. $150 more. So if you don't have money when you come down here, you're kind of screwed, honestly. But this brings us back up to the crossroads. Ow. Open up that shortcut. And we want this. That is a vessel fragment. Get 3 of those, and you get basically an overflow jar for your soul. Similar to those stamina bubbles you get in Breath of the Wild. I feel like there's a secret. Yep, there it is. Now we're back in the crossroads. Ow. So now the game basically becomes very open-ended. You need the 3 dreamers. And you can pursue them on your own. You have to find them, of course. Or you can try to go meet Hornet at the grave in Ash. Whatever that might be. Yeah, it's all up to you, the player, now. We are going to take the long road back. Because I want to make a pit stop at the Grubfather. Ow. And that is a mask shard. Getting 4 gives us another mask of life. Hey, the old men are here. Sup, dudes? Alright, guys. They do not want me hanging around. You know what? Let's fuck with an endangered species. Never gonna say no to more grubs. Ow. We're gonna go in here. Oh God. We've stumbled upon some sort of ancient graveyard. Grave to who knows what. I mean, I knows what. Franchi probably knows what. All these dead things. Hidden boss, the brooding Moloch. Really the name of the game here, like much of the rest of the game, is just don't get greedy. I got greedy. And that's bad for us because I have over 1,000 Geo on me, but that's fine. I knew the risk going in. Get back in there. Alright. Take two. Yeah, that guy's not a fun fight.
Sorry, I'm having trouble. Please try it and go on.
But we've been going for about 2 hours and 45 minutes, and I think that's enough for a good little quick look at Hollow Knight. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I certainly appreciate all of you. To some of you, I will see you later today for a non-disclosed event. Not in person, but online. And Happy New Year, everybody! Welcome to 2021. Let's make it good. It's on us.